Destiny is some of the most wild fan theories, but while some will always be a theory, some theories become reality. So this list just gets progressively more bizarre, and at the end of each one, I will tell you if they have come true, are still in tinfoil, or could still come true in the future. And this is my time to also tell you that Code Evan at Gamersubs will get you a big discount and will help CB Gray and I push Raid Zone on March 10th at 9 a.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/EvanF1997 to the absolute max. We'll be giving away tons of free samples, and yes, that's free. No nothing needed from you, just free, over the entire raid and shoutcasting every detail in real time. There's no better place than this for day one, so stay in the loop and use code Evan at Gamersubs and help us on the big day on my Twitch stream. Links are down below. Enjoy the video. Starting with a familiar friend to Destiny veterans is the 7th Vault of Glass chests in the original VoG raid. There were 6 total chests for loot, but in between the Gorgon's encounter and the Gatekeeper, there was always this empty spot for a chest down and off to the side path. For an empty spot, this seemed way too complicated to reach, and after the raid was over, there was all kinds of sounds and cracks in the ground. Now, this could have been just a simple environment impact since you did just break into the Vault of Glass and kill Atheon or push him off the map in vanilla, I see you. But fans were quick to think some sort of interaction was needed to open a supposed chest. A wide variety of theories were tested to no avail. But the following year in The Taken King, Bungie put in the No Time to Explain quest involving the Vault of Glass, this time entering the portal that was out there in the jumping puzzle and grabbing a chest from the past for your weapon quest. Bungie would even reference this area in the Whisper of the Worm mission years later for the Whisper Catalyst, but the original theory never came true. It was probably just a placeholder for the quest, leaving this theory to sort of come true. Also in tinfoil? I don't know, I'll let you decide. The dubious volley was an exotic weapon data mined all the way back in The Taken King, and looks like an all too familiar weapon from Destiny 2, the wardcliff coil. But fans thought it was somehow accessible in Destiny 1, since the game did have tons of secrets and mysteries to acquire exotic weapons. To add on to this, the other data mined weapons, the Nova Mortis and the Abaddon, the Void and Solar Thunderlords, both found their way into Destiny's Rise of Iron, after having been data mined the year before too. But this one never showed up until Destiny 2. So it was real, just not in the way fans thought. This is where the more deep theories come into play, but the evil traveler was one for the ages and had a ton of evidence backing the claim. The theory was that the traveler would betray players in the game, and that it wasn't really good. This was ripped from the original plot of Destiny, where you'd help Crow figure out the secrets of the Traveler and the Speaker's true intentions. This was also credited at the time due to fans thinking Rasputin shot the Traveler, taking a piece of it off in the process and forcing it to protect us. We know now that Rasputin did not shoot the Traveler, and that it was hurt by the Witness in some way, but the selfish intent of the Traveler over the years has been proven. This theory is playing out in front of us, hence why I put it lower on this list. And I feel that in Lightfall, players will get their answer. Telesto's Constellations has to be the funniest one on this list, and might as well be a full-on bait. But one day, players found Telesto having a new bug where it was broken. It fired slow, and shot constellations. Nobody believed Paul Tassi when he said there was more to this theory. But this one is an ironic moment for fans more than anything, since they were so desperate for a secret that they convinced themselves that Bungie had some subliminal messaging through Telesto's Constellations. Whole discords were made to track every variation, and players immediately started drawing some insane conclusions on this one. But it turned out to be just a multi-day for fun event organized by Bungie. Maybe with some poor timing, but funny to look back at nonetheless. The Constellations, I'm just convinced, are always shot from the barrel, but on that day, they just fired really slow and up so you could see it more clearly. This one was debunked quickly. This one was a barn burner, and I can thank this fan theory solely for launching my channel into what it is today. But 999 Power Shattered Throne was a story built for lore readers alone. This is a classic example of paying attention to the narrator. In the lore book Truth to Power, made in Forsaken, the untrustworthy Savathun said that if you were to kill Dueling Karu, the Shattered Throne boss, alone, with a rare fusion rifle, you would break the curse in the Dreaming City. When this was written, the max power was 600, but with Shadowkeep, it was theoretically possible to reach 999 power. So Bagel 4K and Zupa Dupa raced there. to become legend, to break the curse. But when the moment finally came, there was nothing. It was a lie written by Savathun. Bungie came out in a future post to credit Bagel for doing this, and personally, I think they did my boy a little bit dirty. I mean, at least give him, like, I don't know, something. But this is the best multi-dimensional post I've ever seen. These details are common in From Software games that my second channel, Evan Explains, covers, so subscribe to that channel link down below. But in Destiny, this isn't a common form of storytelling. It's debunked. Branching from 999 power comes the 15th wish, the biggest mystery in all of Destiny, but not the most bizarre theory. The 15th wish has been a part of every player's journey who played Forsaken, as Bungie scattered 14 wishes to find around the universe of the game, with symbols to be punched into the wall to figure out the mysteries and unlock cool rewards. Players believe that there had to be a 15th wish out there, since it was data mined as a triumph a long time ago, but it hasn't ever been discovered. This can be left to speculation on its inevitable return, but if a whole season focused on Savathun breaking free from the Dreaming City holds no mention of the wish happening, then I doubt that it's out there. But what if the 15th wish had been solved? The raid is named Last Wish after all, and the wish Riven made before death was the curse on the city. But that's just a theory. An open-ended until Bungie clears it up theory. Here's where we start digging very deep into the game's theories, starting with PvP. Maybe this is where it got lost, but the last exit mystery is still left open-ended to this day. Derek Carroll went on the record to say that there was a puzzle in Last Exit, but nobody has been able to figure it out. Through various codes, Morse code with lights, and general frustration from players from not figuring this one out, it had to be a myth or a joke, right? Well, when I reached out to Derek Carroll about 2 years ago on it in my video on Last Exit, he simply replied that there was no hints. So this one is still a mystery. Maybe this unlocks a bunch of maps, modes, rewards, or just some life into PvP. The Galaxy Pools has some of the most inconclusive coverage and is an obscure area outside of the map in the EDZ. The pools are unlike anything in the game outside of the 9, but it looks like a completely unique area, and getting there shows pieces of what looks like the corridors of time or the Traveler itself, leading some to believe that this could be the end of Destiny 2, while others believe this to be leftover assets from the beginning of Destiny 2. What do you think? This one is still an open-ended mystery. From mystery to downright unsettling, letting go, which has what looks to be Rasputin hanging by half of his body, which does look a lot like Season of the Seraph, but this video was made years before Vanilla Destiny, is insanely creepy. Its message is, you know what? Here, have a listen. This Morse code translates to, "Take up your arms, my children. Take up your arms and embrace your destiny." This could just be a fan having some fun, but considering only one photo of Rasputin was ever shown up to that point, and this account only has this one obscure video ever with no follow-up, this leads me to believe that this message was from Bungie to tease the game in some way, as they have always had a history of doing these sort of events. This one is open-ended and creepy. Finally, the most bizarre yet believable fan theory on this list was started on 4chan back in the vanilla game of Destiny 2 with the concept art of what would come to be known as the Veil's enemy ship. The Veil is apparently the Witness's ship now in Lightfall, in which we see Callus coming out looking darkness enhanced. But the original post by Anon the 9 spread like wildfire, in which he predicts the plot lines of where Destiny 2 will be headed, even saying that Callus embraces full darkness and is one of the final villains. Anon points to the Veil, an enemy race of pure darkness, being our final enemy in the Light and Dark saga, and with the pyramids making contact. I even made a video saying they would encroach and be on light, but now that there is confirmation that the Veil is at least a real thing, I do think that this is where the Witness will be taking our enemies and making them darkness monsters, as evidenced by the first cutscene of the Witness having cryopods all around him. This theory is very open-ended, and while it may have been the most bizarre in the past, it's not unbelievable now, especially after being called 6 years ago. Was this a good video? Should I make this a series? Let me know in the comments and subscribe if you want more. Until next time, guys, have a good day, and I'll see you later.